Warning, this video is made by the community of Wizards Comics and Collectibles Inc. The cast's views and opinions do not reflect those of the company or its owners. This video may contain adult language. You have been warned. Hey, hi guys. Will here with Wizards Comics in the Wizards Den. We're unboxing today the new Age of Sigmar Slam. Start collecting box, or this 2-player starter box, and the new spells, which comes with minis. So let us take a crack at this. Due to stuff, people being sick, I had to come in early, so we won't have a Bryce today. You might see a Bryn. There might be some cuts because of customers. The mic's out sick, so I have to watch the store for them. This nice arse peeps. All their boxes now have been coming with these. This is the box with the models in it. We'll get to that. And buy this at our store on the 30th. Taking pre-orders now. Let's see, we have a book. Oh, and it has little cards in it. So this looks like it has your missions, your rules, and your how to build. And it looks like they've split. Yeah, they've split the instruction manuals, so you could sell one side to a friend and give them their own instructions and their own little data cards. So no more ripping instruction manuals in half. What else we got down here? We just got the tray. Okay, so we got our fancy long bases. All of the models are snap fit. We got our dice, and we have ads, transfers, and the book. They're introducing the little bookie book. Now we got our first sprue here, which looks like some Nighthaunt's horsemen. We have our Wraithy boys themselves, or girls, up to you. You know, modern day stuff. More Wraithy boys. We have our first Stormcast sprue. The new Stormcasts look like how they should have been on release day, was Bryce's opinion. I kind of agree with them looking at these now. We have the one that they're so proud of pushing, I'm sorry if you cannot see it in the second shot here, the lady Stormcasts. Here we have the doggo bird Wraithy boys. This looks like this is our ballista. Our ballista boy. Ballista. And here's our giant star drake. Or not star drake. The dragon bird, griffin thing. And last but not least, the neutral liberators with like axes or weird maces, hammer things. So that's it for what I can show you with the Soulstorm box of Age of Sigmar. We're gonna get back to you guys. We'll be on to the new spell box that we have here. So here, this might be split into 2 videos to make it smaller. Next off is we have the Malign Sorcery Battle Magic expansion. So what Games Workshop is doing is you don't need to buy the full rules. You can just buy the Generals Handbook, which is this boil right here. Play with the rules that you have now and the models and the codexes you have, which we all know they'll probably release new codexes. Then next off is we have this guy, which is the new spells. So just buying like spell cards for your 40k armies or like buying the cards for like your factions in War Machine, this will have all the new spells in it. So you can just buy this instead. They're charging about $90 for this thing. Is it necessary? No, not really. It's just another way for them to sell us models, which it's kind of cool to see them having spells that go on and like you can actually summon dudes for everyone. And it's going to be interesting to see how they interact with targeting and attacking and all that stuff with the new rule books, which I will be reading shortly. I'll be taking that look, getting prepared because we have to run tournaments here. So without further ado, let us crack into the box. So on the top here we have a nice little Sealy boy, which this box too here is for sale. So we're going to try to be as gentle as we can. It will be resealed with packaging tape to make it look better, nicer. Video proof, as you're seeing what's in the box. That way you know for sure that we're not taking anything. It's a Wizard's guarantee. So what I'll first meet off here is with this cool little like Oreo cookie sort of bag. Like, look at that. That's pretty. It's pretty dope right there, boy. Yeah, it feels like there's a cookie tray in here. Plastic bag can be dangerous to avoid endangering of suffocation. Keep this bag away from babies and children. Well, might as well just toss this bag because I can't touch it. I'm a child. Anyways, a man-child, I guess. So, we're gonna try to crack this open here. Oh, it's a Ziploc bag. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like opening a Twizzler bag in here. Look at that. Like opening Twizzlers. Look at that. So it's a Ziploc bag that you just throw them in. Okay. So, and they're all pre-molded. So this is a thing. There's this cool sick axe here, which I don't know if you guys can see my fingies. This cool axe here, which I'm excited for. That looks like a pendulum axe thing. Then we have Blue Ranger, which this looks like the firewall. Which, why is the firewall blue? I guess it's to represent death. And we have Purple Ranger, which is the giant skull being thing. They're numbered on the items themselves. Part 2. Okay, here's the real firewall thing. And the giant fireball. He's red. He's no sprue there, so it looks like these are 2018 sprues. And we have the bases, which are, instead of you painting those nice round brown circles they like to tell us, pre-painted. That's the sprues. Alright, so we're back. This is the instructions and rules. So it's an actual real rule book. So we will cut, this one we'll cut into. Let's be careful here. Find a large gap. Cut not towards the spine, out away from the spine. Don't damage it. Okay, so we have the nice glossy cover. It's not like they cheaped out on this. This is like an actual legit rule book. Which, knowing Games Workshop, if it's legit, they might just sell it separately without the models. So this is, of course, our basic instruction manual. Nothing special there. The rules aren't in here. This is the one we want to take a look at. So it looks like they're bringing back, from flipping to the first page here, it looks like they're bringing back the original. So looks like we have life here. So learning magic versus destruction of death. I guess telling us like what they use for magics, who can use what, how it's like the history of magic itself. Purple Sun Zenith. Wait, that's a magic card. and its sun. So this is history on the spells themselves and the beings that you summon. So cool painting arts. Cool how to paint. Some missions you can play in. Okay, so yours Path to Glory. So you can get some of these things for playing Path to Glory. Okay, here's the real spells. So, if you're fighting a battle using a realm of battle rules, then the wizards in your army are allowed to know the appropriate realm. Alright, so it looks like if you're playing their special narrative campaign in the realm on their special boards, or using the realm of battle rules, you get to choose any of these spell schools, but of course, make sure you're choosing the appropriate one, not just you're playing a Stormcast and choose Khorne or Chaos spells because they're powerful. Your opponent does have the rights to say no. We have the schools. Okay, so it looks like these spells. Okay, so looks like these spells will count towards your reserve points. Right here we have the points. Battle plans in the back, and the Purple Sun Zenith. So yeah, it looks like these dudes will count towards your reserve points. That's interesting to know. But it's an endless spell and it summons dudes. So that was the Malign Sorcery pack. This will be coming out on the 30th. Retailing for about, the recommended price was about $90. It will probably be either matching or a little bit lower, depending on markup, stuff like that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Again, celebrating Age of Sigmar 2nd edition with the stuff I can show right now. Next off we have is the Generals Handbook. So this bad boy is basically if you're the more want to play the more serious games in Age of Sigmar and want to not risk what's in the rulebook. I'm going in blind myself, so I haven't really looked up any rules or spoilers for the rulebooks. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. So if you want to play just the base game with the stuff you have, and you don't want to really risk buying the rulebook, where like the first issue we know, or Beta Sigmar, or Age of Beta, as we want to call it, this would be your best bet. The cool thing I know for sure that I got spoiled because my friends know what I wanted to play with Khorne was that free summoning. Summoning is a thing for Khorne now, and I'm going to learn how this is. So for this review, we're gonna skip to the item cam, which is the one that lets you see a close up. So, but I don't think we're missing much seeing my smug face. So we'll see you in that cam. So when we first start off here, we have our page, our comments, our contents, a little blurb about where we are in the lore. Let's see what they give us. So it looks like we have open play games. That's not going away. Narrative play and match plays, and the whole huge chunk here of match play. Then Conquest Unbound is their new game mode apparently. Is that going to be like Galactic Conquest from Battlefront? So you have this nice little page here. It's to war. A little welcome to the book, saying thank you for spending your money, you fools, and playing Age of Beta. Open play games. There's not much. Twist table. They just brought some stuff from expansions into it. Here to play. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so there's some little abilities here. So you can, depending on your dude, just like a warlord trait, you get aged army ability. So Avatar Battle, in the combat phase, your general can fight twice. Blood Moon, add one to the bravery characteristics of all Chaos and Death units. Boggy Ground, units cannot run unless they are able to fly. After setup is Bitter Enmity. After setup is complete, but before the battle begins, you pick an enemy hero that when on the battlefield you can reroll the hits of ones. Blood Oath. After setup is complete, but before the battle begins, pick a friendly hero and an enemy hero. You can reroll failed to hit rolls for friendly heroes you picked when they target the enemy hero you picked. And melee. Chaos Ascendant. Ignore modifiers, positive or negative, when making save rolls for demon units. So that's a double-edged sword there. Plus there's more. We got some charts here. Got some charty boys here. Some tables. New models. More abilities like different plays. You have that nice glorious board they showed off in White Dwarf. Well, that was custom made by them, which they probably would be cool if they sold it as tile, but knowing it would probably be Porch World. So here we got things like command points. So each side generates 3 command points based. You got spells as normal. Masked melee. Ooh. So attacking, that's going to be different. We got artifacts, powers. This is the main bone right here, match play. Introducing match play, gaming clubs, tournaments, blah blah blah, where to play. Hey. Got our pitch battles. Like how much points we need to play per that chart. Pick your army. Same old, who can be on what to what. Here we have our army roster. They talk about command points. In a pitch battle, okay, this is cool. So instead of having like sizes give you plus how many, this is how they do it. If you won your last battle instead, okay, it's for every 50 points that were not spent on units, you get it. So if you're playing like an ongoing campaign and you don't, any extra points you get to buy units, you don't spend it on there. Every 50 points you don't spend, you get an extra command point in your next battle. And then of course a little chart here to roll to see what match you're playing and with what rules. We have stuff like that. Okay, here we have the updated points. Ooh. We'll have to flip through that in detail. More points. Okay, so it looks like they've added rules for sceneries. So Mitch, you wanted rules for buildings, here you go. Mitch is the guy who paints. If you guys are new to to our channel, Mitch is our painty boy. He's the one who does all the glorious painting. His main concern with the new rules was there's not enough building rules in 40k or Sigmar. So, and there's one that he's painting up. So it looks like there's building rules. Oh yeah, here's the new summoning rules. Whoa. Okay, add the battle traits. Blades corn. Ooh, this is my army. Battle traits. Add the following battle traits to the battle trait section. Summon demons of corn. As the blood battle throws. Okay, how can I do this? Summoning units of corn demons to the battlefield by expanding blood tithe points instead of choosing the reward from the blood tithe table. If you have 2 or more blood tithe points at the end. Okay, so instead of using summoners, we're using our blood tithe points. We have to kill people in order to summon people. Add them to your army. Each unit costs a number of. Okay, that's kind of stupid. So the bloodthirsters are going to be really expensive. I just wanted to be able to summon them as normal, like more people can do. And we know all these spells. Karnak, Blood Pact, Corn Demons, Units, List, Glow, and Armory Sub. That's your iron, set up the unit. Goes with an 8. So you can summon dudes on this side. And Zinch has things. New abilities for your alliances. Units, if there's anything special. And in the back here we should have War Scrolls changes, if anything. And no, it looks like it just goes straight to dudes. So that's going to be the review, you guys, on the Age of Sigmar Generals Handbook 2018. But like I said, it'll be available on the 30th for about, I'm not going to think more than $40, probably less than that. Hope to see you guys on the release day, and maybe join us for an Age of Sigmar tournament.
Born of Azir's wrath, you are my judgment, my vengeance. You are the avatars of my oath. My promise of redemption to the realms I once abandoned.